Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. Oh my goodness. First full week of 2026. We have made it almost, kind of, sort of, but we're almost there. But anyway, good morning. Today is Friday, January 9th. And today we're going to do something a little different on this Friday. We're going to do a RODY pregame. And what does this mean? Well, a lot of people have been asking me to do the coverage to basically show me rolling my trades during the market hours on the Friday. All of the trades essentially, which obviously I cannot do because I work. But what I can do is I can kind of give you guys an idea of what I look at, and even look at what I can get for the trades, at least as of the whatever we're showing as of the close yesterday, or maybe it shows some pre-market data. I don't know. Of course, one day I will take off on a Friday afternoon or so, and I'll go live and I'll do the actual trades live, and it'll be fun. I mean, I have fun doing it. If you guys have fun joining, even better. But anyway, this is just a RODY pregame because, again, obviously the market's not open. So we're pregaming in the parking lot. We're just waiting. We're at the New York Stock Exchange, just pre-gaming together, having fun. Some people are drinking water, some people beer, some people wine, some people mimosas, some people, who the hell knows? Doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. But anyway, we are here. And good morning, everyone that has joined. LA and brother have showed up early. My retirement trading's here. He's doing options now. Congrats. Who else we got? Okay. So, brother, you're putting your cash in S. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm doing. But it did drop after the recent interest rate drop a little bit, just a little bit. All right. Good morning, Marcia, educator mom. Good to see you. Crack of dawn, parabolic. Good to see you. So yeah, if anyone uses Thinkorswim, this should be a helpful show today. Hopefully, I hope. So if you have any questions as we go through this, of course, I will look at that. It'll be a little more interactive than the other shows because I don't care if I cut it off. It doesn't matter. Again, this is a show basically for people who care about my options trading, kind of how I do it, and kind of want to learn along the way. So, it's our show. All right. No one else's. All right. Anyway, enough of the yip yap. Let's get to the point. What's Bitcoin doing? Well, nothing as usual. 90, 91, up, down, all around. Oh, what's this drop here? This was at 3:55 a.m. It's kind of when I woke up. 89,000. Well, that sucked, but now it's back at 90. So, I mean, it's annoying only because I've been trading Robinhood as part of the RODY, and Robinhood moves with freaking Bitcoin, right? Look at this. Look at this. IBIT versus Robinhood over the past 3 months. I mean, come on, bro. Robinhood has earnings next month. So obviously things will change. There'll be at least 1 day of change or 2 days of change or maybe even a week. But man, these things, I know Robinhood, they own a lot of Bitcoin themselves, right? So, but come on, bro. Come on, please. I didn't get into Robinhood to follow freaking Bitcoin. All right, anyway, I did add 3 new columns to this RODY display to make it easy for everyone to look at, especially me. So I should freeze the panes for the view of the show. What the hell is it? Okay, there you go. So, well, let me rush ahead and let you know that I did roll open. Obviously, that's why I have 190 in income. The reason is open was up very high in the pre-market, and I feel like it was a fake out, although this morning it's still up. So obviously I could have been wrong. But regardless, it's still out of the money as of the close. But, outside of that, this is what I'm dealing with today, all right? So I got SOFI, ELF, Hood, Palantir, IWM, QQQ, and Netflix. All of these have a covered call, one or multiple contracts that expire today with these strike prices. I used to do scatter-doo with multiple strike prices. I decided against that because of basically time. I'm not going to lie, which is not a good answer and not a good reason, but I don't have the time to be rolling different things, worrying about different strikes. I'm putting all of my eggs in one basket and I'm going with it. All right. So take that for what it's worth. So for SOFI, they closed at 27.72. Our covered calls at 28, and we are 1% out of the money. So actually, let's go in order. Let's see who's at the top. All right, so ELF is at the top. I'm hoping this view is good of the Think or Swim platform. If it's not, then oh well. I can't change the view live, but hopefully you guys can see. So, all right, so let's take a look at ELF. Now, ELF is the second one down. ELF current price, believe it or not, is $86. So man, oh man, I think this thing has been running. A lot of people think it's running because the tariff news may benefit them. I don't know. There may be a decision on tariffs today. Sorry, I had to take a sip of coffee. Another one. Yeah, but cheers. Cheers. So if you're drinking coffee with me, if you're driving to work, be careful. But yeah, ELF is in the money. We are 5.87% in the money. Okay. I mean, that's a bit much. It's not something I want to deal with. But you got to deal with it. Now, let's go back to stock analysis and let's take a look at the pre-market, right? Actually, you know what? I have all of my RODY funds in a watch list. So if I sort by, I don't know, I could sort by pre-market change. So ELF is, unfortunately, it's still up in the pre-market. I was hoping to see a little red, but it's okay, whatever. So ELF is going to be up today. So now what do we do? That's the question. What do you do from here? My call strike's 81. The current price is 86, and it's inching up even more. Now, obviously, we can look at the file, which, I think my cost basis is 75, right? So anything above 75 is great. So regardless of that, let's go here. Now, again, this is Think or Swim. If any of you don't use Think or Swim, this may not be of help, but maybe of interest of kind of what we're talking about. This is the desktop. Well, I'm using a laptop, but desktop application. The phone is much easier to use, to be honest. I'm not very good at the desktop, but I'm trying to learn for viewership purposes. So here's our $81 call. And this stuff underneath, this is our synthetic collar, our synthetic combo collar, right? Buy, call, sell, put, buy, put. So don't worry about this. These expire May 15th, 2026. This call, however, this expires January 9th, today, 26, $81 call. All right. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at the extrinsic income. All right. Now, to my screen, I added 2 extrinsics and 2 intrinsics. And the only reason for that is one of them is live, one of them is not. And I want both. I want the one that's locked in from the latest close, and I want the one that's live. The one to the left is live, which, it's still 6 a.m. I don't think you're not going to see much movement there. And the one that's to the right, this is as of the close. So the extrinsic amount that's left over, which is part of the total price to close. Again, remember, a rolling order is a buy to close and a sell to open. So look at the price of this. Buy to close, $5. This is expensive. But 23 cents of that is here, right? The rest is intrinsic, as you can see, right? Look, 505 plus 0.23, yeah, 527, right? So what am I doing? I'm going to wait until this extrinsic number goes down to typically under 0.10. And then what I'll do is I'll create a rolling order, and then I'll have to make a decision, right? What's that decision? I don't know, but let's take a look. So if you scroll to the right, there's a couple dots over here. You're going to click this, and then there's a couple options. I'm going to click create rolling order. You'll see there's one option though. It basically just says, you know, sell calendar ELF weeklies, which is what I want to do. I want to roll it out a week. And I want to roll it to January 16th. Yep, perfect. All right, I'm just going to click this thing. And now this comes up. So this is another screen on the trade screen. Now, again, there's a lot to look at here, kind of. Let me scroll it. So again, you got the buy to close on the bottom, right? And then you got the sell to open at the top. They don't show you, and maybe I can add it, I'm not sure, but they don't show you how much each costs. They show you the net of them together, which means if I rolled to next week with an $81 strike price, I would collect 97 cents per share, which that's good. That is good money. But what's the problem? The problem is I'm not, you know, I won't move up with the stock, essentially, right? If the stock continues to go up, I'm going to be further underwater, further in the money. And, you know, I won't, my synthetic will kind of be cappity-doo-dah, right, as they say. So what I've been doing is trying to inch up, right? So the first question I have to ask myself is, if I go back here, and I go back here, and I click ELF, do I think ELF is going to stay up? Do I really, is this like a little fake out? Next week, are we going to drop back down? I think we're going to drop back down, but what the hell do I know? Do I think we're going to drop back down to 81? Again, I don't freaking know. I have a feeling it's not, because I've been in ELF, you know, I see how it moves. It's up, down, all around. But if I can, I'm going to move it up $1. If I can't, then I won't. So let's go back here. So, okay, if I can, this means I'll change the strike price here. I'll change it to $82. And my credit goes from 97 cents to 10 cents. Wow, what a disaster drop. So again, few more options from here. I could change the expiration date to the following Friday, which I don't want to do, to be honest. So I can either eat this and take the credit of 10 cents and be happy and shut up, or I can change it back to 81, take my 97 cents and hope, you know, ELF comes to a realization and comes back down a little bit for next week, and then I'll deal with it then. Also, keep in mind, these numbers will change because I'll be doing this trade probably in the afternoon today. These numbers will change. ELF may come back down. ELF may go up higher. I don't know. But this is an example of where we're kind of in the money, pretty far in the money. So we need to make an adjustment. You know, this is the one, this fund, as you can see, is the deepest in the money. IWM is also in the money, but we'll get to that. All right. Does that make sense to anyone watching, or do you have any questions before I move on to the next fund? Let me see some comments. Black Mamba, good morning. Yeah, Black Mamba, let me know if you'll make it on Monday. Yeah, the Supreme Court is supposed to rule on the, do they have to rule on tariffs today, or was it they mentioned they may rule? I believe we end up or go up. Yeah, that would suck for my ELF position, but hey, whatever. Up is good. Good morning, y'all, from One Broke Crash Dummy. Good name there. The unemployment data is dropping this morning at 8:30 also. Okay. There's always something dropping, man. It's just, they got this, that, and the other thing. All right. So if there's no questions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the next fund. So what I do to get out of here, I just hit delete, and it'll bring me here back to the trade screen. But I'm going to go back to monitor, and then I'm going to shrink ELF. All right. So now we're on Robinhood. All right. Again, this is my worst position. And I say that because my cost basis is on my synthetic is way, way higher than the current price. All right. But again, we're not talking about synthetics today. We're talking about covered calls. All right. The current price of Robinhood is $115.39. My current covered call is $130. Also, keep in mind, my synthetic cost basis is $135. which I should probably put over here, right? Now that I'm thinking about it. Would you guys care about that? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. All right, but whatever. Obviously, I am way out of the money. You know, Robinhood was up. This was actually almost in danger earlier in the week. Robinhood was at in the 120s, mid 120s. Now, what are we now? Now we're 115. Like, what the hell happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. Bitcoin happened. But whatever. We're not here to bitch and complain. We're here to look at this. This is 12.66% out of the money. All right. So this is going to be very cheap to close. So again, if you look at all the trades here, you can see there's a lot going on. But don't worry about all that. All we have to worry about is the call. The covered call that expires today is on the top. All right. We also down here, we have what's called the side piece or the credit put spread. That expires January 23rd. We don't have to worry about that yet. But we just have to look at this, January 9th. All right, we have all three contracts with a 130 call. You could see the mark, which is the price that it costs to close. It's only 3 cents, right? Or round up 4 cents. Very cheap, which obviously, if I move over to my extrinsic, it's all extrinsic, 3 cents, right? See the extrinsic? There is no intrinsic. So remember my rule, extrinsic under 0.1, good to go, right? In fact, I could have closed this yesterday, but I was hoping for some Robinhood green this morning or today. And then I could roll it, you know, and get a decent amount on the 130 roll. Because am I going to roll it to 130 again? Again, 130 is under my cost basis, so it's an uncomfortable spot. So I don't want to go in anything under 130, but hey, we'll take a look. So yeah, what the hell is I going to look at? I was going to look at, I just lost my whole train of thought, but, I was going to do the rolling order. All right. So if we look here, let's see, 130 call. What we're going to do is click here. We're going to hit create, not closing order, create. By the way, if you want to just close it, you hit create closing order. Pretty simple, buy to close. But we're going to do create rolling order because all we do is roll no matter what. And if we look here again, buy to close, sell to open, same thing, nothing new. You'll see here credit 34 cents. Okay. Now, I'm just curious, like, what did we make last week on Robinhood? Because Robinhood has not been fun. You know, it's not been a fun one to trade lately. We made 11 cents. So if we go back here, 34 cents is actually much better. But if I look at how much it was when I traded it last Friday, it was 112.62. So right now, it's trading at, what do we say? I don't have it here. 115, right? I think we said. So obviously 115, since it's a higher price, selling a covered call at 130, yeah, it should pay me a higher amount, which it is. Again, this is pre-market data. So, I mean, it's not 100% accurate. But what if I want to move back to my 135 cost basis? And look at that. Their options chain is so good that they go by the freaking dollar. But let's just say go to 135. Wow, we still do get a credit of 16 cents. So if I'm worried that Robinhood is going to recover next week, and I want to be at least at my cost basis of my synthetic position, then yes, I can still roll it and get a credit. So that is a beautiful thing. All right. Makes sense? Hopefully. Maybe, maybe not. All right, let me delete this and we'll go back to the monitor tab. All right, up next is IWM, but let me catch up on the comments. Again, you guys are yip-yapping together, which is all good. Good morning, Cisco. We're just doing pre-market trades for my rolling orders. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what my thoughts are. Feel free to correct me if you think I'm wrong anywhere, or feel free to join if you have any questions. Yes, brother. Let's see. Yes, please add cost basis to the spreadsheet. Great idea. All right, so you give me more work. No, I'm just kidding. No, I will, because it's a populated field anyway, and it obviously will help me for the discussion with you guys. All right, so Black Mamba will update me because, again, we'll have a morning show options roundtable on Monday. Don't miss it. This is the soonest. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. This is the soonest the court can rule. They do not necessarily have to issue a ruling today. All right, whatever. We'll enjoy the volatility in the meantime, right? Let's see. All right, so let's continue. Actually, let me take a sip of water because, again, we are pre-gaming in the parking lot. LA and brother got their water. Let me join them. Okay. All right, so IWM. Again, we got a covered call, but first, actually, let's go to see where we stand. Where the hell are we? Actually, if we add the synthetic, yeah, we'll have to add it here. Yeah, so it won't give me a second. It'll take a second. Let's sing and dance while we do this. See, $7. Boom. That was easy, right? All right. So who we got now? SOFI. Hey, SOFI. How are you, SOFI? I'm starting to call SOFI the golden child of the RODY play. It's been nothing but great to me, even though I made a stupid move in the process. But that's okay. That's okay, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Come on. Let's see. Boom, 75. See? Not bad, right? And then we got Robin the Hood up in here, our worst position. It's okay. It's okay. We will manage it. We will make bank no matter what, because that's what we do. We got the 135 cost basis there. Palantir. Everyone's favorite stock. That's a 185er. Okay, that's okay, Cletus. Okay. See, should I put the synthetic by the call strike? Nah, I don't. Whatever. We'll figure that out later. All right, IWM. It's further in the sheet. It's right here. Scroll down. We got a 250. Is it 250? Yeah, it's 250. All right, now we're going to go over here. We're going to go to the Qs because we like Qs. Qs has been great too, man. I love the Qs. It's being nice to me. And Netflix, it's been all right. It's still too new. All right, sorry. Now that I added that, we're going to take a look at IWM, which is, where the hell is it? There it is. All right, so we have a 250 synthetic. Our strike price is 250, so we're trading at the synthetic. However, we're pretty deep in the money. We are 3.2% in the money. This current stock price is 258.27. We are curious about the pre-market. And the pre-market tells us there is no red in sight, so we shall be green. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go back here. And first, we're going to see how much it costs to close the call. Here's the call, the first line, right? $8.61 per share. Very, 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 very expensive. How much of that is the intrinsic? If you go over here, I'm going to look at the second column, 827. And then, well, actually, Mark goes off the left column. But again, I'm going to, let's see, 827 plus that. It's about the same number. So the intrinsic, it is what it is, right? We're going to have to pay that no matter what. But the extrinsic, we have control because eventually extrinsic will go down to zero when the market is done, closed, moved on. Right now it's 0.29. So again, if we open, this is 0.29. All right. Did you see the left column change? See, that's what I wanted to show you guys. It is live. Even though the options market is not open, it still moves, I guess. But people making moves, I don't freaking know, whatever. But anyway, if the market, for example, opens at 0.29, I'm not going to roll this right away. I'm going to wait. And as the day goes on, this will go down and down and down and down eventually, right? Until hopefully it's under 0.1 or around that range. And then what I'll do, okay, I'll say I'll create a rolling order, right? And we'll go from there. All right. So anyway, let's do it now. Let's see what we're looking at. again, this helps me as well because I have an idea now of what I'm dealing with later today. Because I typically don't get a chance to look at this much throughout the day because it's busy. Busy day. Oh my goodness, this is not good. All right. Oh yeah. I get fooled on this every time. So obviously, if we go to our spreadsheet, right? Where is it? Where is our spreadsheet? And we go to IWM, cover calls. The expiration date for next week is obviously 7 days greater than today, and that would be the 16th of January. So keep in mind, when you trade the indexes, they always will default to the next expiration. And since they trade daily, the expiration date always reflects the Monday, which always, I look at it, I'm like, oh my goodness, 11 cents, how to, no. But obviously, you know, like a dumbass, I fell for it again. It should be the 16th. So I actually have to change the date before I do this rolling order to the 16th, right? So now, okay, 69 cents. No, it's not great. It's okay. It's okay. So, but I'm not even done because I want to move my call up a little. You know, I'm not happy being this deep in the money on the index. IWM, like, what the hell are they doing? They keep going up. It's crazy that they keep going up. But whatever. Again, they come back down, as you can see. You know, I should have rolled last week, maybe up, but I didn't. But let's see if I could roll up $1. I can't. Wow, I can't. It's a 16-cent debit. I'm hoping when the market opens, there is a better chance that I could roll up for $1. If not, then I don't know. Again, we'll see. See what happens. Like when you get this deep in the money. Again, you can consider rolling it out to another week, but you want to do that? I don't know. So what the hell are we at? The 16th? So that would be what, the 23rd? I mean, that's 2 weeks out. For $1, you get a 53-cent credit. For $2, then you get a debit. See? So IWM is going to be a tough one today. I'll have to figure it out. But yes, I do want to roll up at least $1. If I can't, what will I do? I don't know. I have to figure that out. So to be continued. Obviously, I have to save something for tomorrow's video, right? Tomorrow, I'll do the final version of what happened for today. All right. So that's the update on IWM. Again, we'll see how it goes. I'll let the extrinsic burn out, and we'll go from there. Okay. Netflix, as you may know, I'm not really doing the RODY play on Netflix. I'm doing the Zicket, which is a little different. But again, neither here nor there. We're just talking about covered calls at the moment. So if I look at Netflix down here, we are out of the money, way out of the money, 6% out of the money. Stock price is 90. Our synthetics at 85. So that's great. Perfect. Our strikes at 96. But if we go to the pre-market and we check out Netflix, they are in the red. This is one that I actually want to be green. And of course, it's freaking red. You know, go figure. But Netflix has been red. Like, it's just been beat up. So what are we doing here? Well, we're going to have to roll it. We're going to roll this down. Maybe. Are we going to roll it up? No. We're either going to roll it to where it is, 96 for next week, or we're going to roll it down. So let's take a look at some numbers. So here's the next Netflix covered call. Again, expires today. Wow, 2 cents to close. It's all extrinsic, right? It's all extrinsic. But let's click this, create rolling order. All right, 26-cent credit if I roll it at the same strike price, which again, how far out of the money is that? What's the delta? That's the other question. What's the delta? I don't have delta on this screen. I don't know if I can add it. I'll have to figure that out later. But yeah, I don't know. It's not bad, 26-cent credit. Let's see what I got last week. I got 27 cents, so it's kind of in the range. Am I satisfied with that? I mean, it's all right. It's not really fantastic. But with the Zebra, with the Ziggit strategy, what we're doing is we're selling 0.2 delta or less. We're not being as aggressive on our calls. So we'll see what comes to a 0.2 delta. Maybe $95 is a 0.2 delta. So we'll take a look at 95 bucks. Yeah, that would pay 10 cents more per share. So again, something to keep an eye out, something to look for. We have some flexibility on the Netflix trade. But again, I'm hoping for a little green today. It's not looking great right now, but we shall see, everyone. We shall see. Oh, by the way, here it is. So if we have, this is Netflix. If we have the chart up, might as well pull it up. So where's the 0.2 delta? Wow, it's even, where's the calls are on the left? Yeah. Yeah, calls are on the left. How many strikes we got? 14. We're going to have to pull all. Tight spot here, I know. So if you look at delta, which is right here. Oh my God. This is the problem when you pull all. All right, delta going down. All right, here's your point. We'll just call this 0.2. So 94.50 technically is the 0.2 delta. Let me default this back to 14. All right. So that's Netflix. Up next is Open, which I did the trade yesterday, but let me just catch up on some comments. Let's see what you guys are up to. I want to introduce something new. It's a bit advanced. We'll discuss my advanced selling plus 1 DTE options on, let's slow it down here, Black Mamba. Don't worry. We have plenty of opportunity. Well, the topic of discussion anyway on Monday is how to determine the best stock or ETF to choose when options trading. Howdy. Whenever I hear howdy, I think of Toy Story. I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I don't know if you guys have kids or watch Toy Story, but I love Toy Story. Oh, me. Unfortunately. Yeah, we got a lot of people from New Jersey. My best trades this week were from TNA. Yeah, TNA is the freaking best, man. When you're wheeling, TNA is the shit. So is TSLL. Let's see. Piscataway. I used to work there. Soxel. Oh, Soxel's dangerous, man. I got eaten alive with that. Good morning, ETF Inspector. Just stopping to say hi. Appreciate that. Avgo at interesting price this morning. What's it at, man? It's been dropping too. That thing has been, Look, it's green in the pre-market. 332. Is that a good price? Look at the year to date. Oh, no. Let's look at the 1 year. Well, even the 1 year, it's still up. All right. 1 month probably looks bad. There you go. Down 14%. So this is like, I'm not going to say it's good for Roddy, but if I needed a position, which I don't, I'm using enough money. I would consider that, but who the hell am I? All right. Sorry. Let me finish going through the comments. Yeah, check the delta. Not good premium. No. The show is great. Have you previously covered this level of Thinkorswim outside of paid? No. Yeah, I know I've done a couple under the membership. But it's just, the problem is nobody cares. I mean, people care, but not many. Honestly, this year at this point, I've changed my mentality of YouTube. There's going to be days I'll cover funds. There's going to be days I'll do things, interviews. There's going to be days, guess what? I'm going to cover what I'm doing. I don't care if it's a low viewership. It helps me. It helps, hopefully, the people that care about options, which is a smaller viewership, which I get. But yeah, I'll be doing more of this. I don't do this often, obviously. Expect move on Netflix to be is $3 for next $3, huh? Cisco knows things, man. Cisco knows things. All right, anyway, let's look at Open. I already rolled Open, so this will be quick. they were up. It looks like they're up 8. Oh my God, they're still up. Yeah, so should I have waited? Honestly, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that, but it was up yesterday and I took advantage of that. Look, it's up 8%. It was up 5% yesterday. Now it's up 8%. I rolled it yesterday though, when it was up 9%. So I got a pretty good price. So if you look here, look at the call. It says January 16th. So obviously that has an expiration date of next week. So obviously the extrinsic is still very high and there is no intrinsic, but regardless, I made $190, which we'll get into those numbers tomorrow in tomorrow's video. All right, so let's get to the next fund since we already rolled open and there's nothing to do today on that. Palantir. All right, so we have covered call at 185. How is that doing? Well, right now, or as of the close, or again, our synthetics at 185, our covered calls at 185. Fine, great. It's at 176. Okay, that's all right. We're 4.6% out of the money. So, but again, we want to get an idea of what the market's doing in the pre-market. And we can see they are up 0.5% at 177. Okay, so that's still okay. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to look at the extrinsic that's left over before I roll this. And unfortunately, they don't freeze panes on this freaking app. But whatever, we'll deal with it. There's extrinsic left of 0.14. So as the market opens, as time goes on, this extrinsic number will go down eventually, and I'll probably roll it. Because you can see the cost of this to close it is 0.135 or 0.14, right? So it's all extrinsic. So why do I wait till the extrinsic goes down to 0.1 or less? Because I want to pay as little as possible. This thing, if I left it alone, it would expire worthless. So I don't want to pay a damn dime. But since I want to be involved, I want to be in the action, I want to have a rolling order, I want to have a covered call through the weekend, then guess what? I'm going to roll it today, no matter what. So since I'm going to roll this, no matter what, I'm going to pay on the buy to close as little as I can. All right. That's why I didn't roll it yesterday. That's why I didn't roll it Wednesday. That's why I'm not rolling it at the open. I'm probably rolling it in the afternoon. And this number will be about, say, 0.05, 0.06, something like that. Okay. Anyway, so let's see if we hit create rolling order, what that looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, brother. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now, Palantir, this is a beauty. So let's go back. Let's go to our covered calls on Palantir just to get an idea. Like, what did we make last week? You know, you always want to see, like, all right, comparably. It was around 175 last week, and we did a 185. This week, it's around 177. Great. It's even higher. So I made what, 108 per share last week. So if I go over here, right now it's at 162. So again, what is the 185, right? What is the 185? Is that safe? I mean, again, if we go back to here, it'll show you the out of the money, the as at out of the money, 4.6% out of the money. So it's getting close, you know, Palantir could jump up. So we have options. We could, you know, since we have a hefty credit there, we could probably roll it to 190, roll it up $5, which is, you know, a decent amount. And you'd still get a 74-cent credit. Is that good? You be the judge. I don't know. How do you want to play these? Do you want to capture more upside? Do you want to not risk? I mean, Palantir has been trading in this range, though. So to think it's going to go to 190, maybe, I don't know. Again, these are the tough decisions you have to make. Or of course, you got like the in between, the 187.50, so I can inch my way up in between strikes, or like we said, we could just stick with the 185. So, and that's been good to me, the 185. So I'll make a decision. Well, obviously, I have to make a decision today. But yeah, and then here's the strikes. If you want to, just curious what the deltas are. Where the hell are we? Where's the 185? The 185 is a 0.27 delta. So if you want to do a 0.2 delta, that would be the 187.50. But again, I'm not too focused on delta on the RODY, just the Zicket ones. I'm focused on income, but you know, I'm getting to a point where I'm okay with a little bit of each. You know, safety, little safety, more income though. All right. Let's go back here and we'll see what's going on. So we did Palantir. We'll close that up. And now we're going to look at the Qs. But let me catch up on some comments. Wow, we're 40 minutes in. Jeez. All right, let me keep going. Good morning, Bruce. All right. I do options, but I am a computer nerd, so Thinkorswim baffles me. But it shouldn't baffle you if you mean you're not a computer nerd. Avgo is not bad here to grab one leap. I might start a RODY on. Yeah, you're gonna make me jealous, man. I'm gonna try to resist. But if you post you did it today in the group, I might join. I don't know. I shouldn't though. Let's see. Today is the day I learned extrinsic. Need to see if it's a column on Fidelity. Anyone know? I mean, well, Fidelity has their brokerage platform, and then they have an active trader platform. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. I pulled it up once. I didn't. And I was like, I give up. Thinkorswim is enough. But it's like a competitor to Thinkorswim. So they do have a Thinkorswim type option. All right. Rod, the expected move is on the platform. Look at the weekly headers. Look at the weekly headers on the right side. Might help determine the strike. Weekly headers. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But anyway, we'll talk. Are you in the Discord, Cisco? We'll talk about it then. I'm already dragging ass on this video. Not Fidelity, but Schwab able to add a, yeah, okay. Anyway, all right, so let's go to the Qs. How much we got left? Qs, SOFI. All right, we're getting there. All right, so we got the Qs. What are we doing here? Again, we are limited on an hour on the morning lives because we do have work, right? Let's see. The Qs, we're in the money, barely. So that's okay. This is like a perfect scenario, actually. If I look at the pre-market, I'm really not I don't want a big jump today. All right, so we're up to 622 today, which again, our call strike is 619. Our synthetic is 615. So obviously, yeah, we're making money on this one. But you saw the pre-market. Yeah, I made it this long without a cough. It's at 622. So that's going to be a little rough. So what we're going to want to do on the Qs is probably roll this up $1, to be honest. All right, so let's see. The Qs, since it's a close one, the extrinsic is going to be a little higher. So if we look at the extrinsic column here, see this sometimes like it gets confusing. Look how this says 17 cents and then this says 223. Like what? Like what in Tall Nation? But again, when the market opens, it'll like flatten out. It'll get adjusted. It'll be properly, shown. So it'll be better. Now, so what do? Well, we take a look. Let's take a look. Like if we roll it, what are we looking like? Create rolling order. Yep. All right. So 93 cents if I rolled it at 619. That's it's not great. I was hoping for 100, but or $1, I should say. But I do want to roll it up. I'm not gonna lie. I want to roll it up. 620. Wow, it only paid me 29-cent credit. If I go to the sheet, how much did I get paid last week? See, look at that, $2.50. So, but look where it ended at. It ended at 611. Wow. So what do we want? We want the Qs to come down, to be honest. It's not looking that way, but you never know. But right now, we may not be getting our pretty beautiful options premium credit on this one, but it's all right. We'll make it up on another one. In fact, we may need, I don't know. We'll have to make a decision. I don't want to go out. I'm trying to stick to weekly trades, even if it means I have to suffer for 1 week. But again, just for the hell of it, if we go out, this is, what are we on, the 20? Oh my God, I'm a dumbass. See? I need to smack myself in the face a few more times. Good God. I didn't look in the chat, but you guys are probably yelling at me too. Let's see, January. What the hell am I looking at? It's the Qs, so of course it's only looking at one day. Oh my God. All right, so I got to go to the 16th. Oh my. All right, ignore that. Ignore what I talked about before. But yes, if I move it up $1, and if we look at 619, good. Look at this, man. If I kept it at 619, I can make $355 on this roll. $355 per share times 100 shares, $355. Fantastic. I could roll it up to 620 and still get 295. I could roll it up to 621. Again, these numbers are going to change. They may not be fully accurate. In fact, it'll probably be less, to be honest, when I start to look at the trades live. I could roll it up $2. Again, if I think the Qs are just going to keep running, then I may. I may up at 2. I may up at 1. I don't know. But this is where I'm going to make the money this week. Clearly, the Qs is going to save me. Because you saw, like on the others, I'm kind of lacking. I'm going to be lacking a little bit on the income. But it's all right. It's all right. All right, let's delete this. And let's get out of here. And we got one more. We got SOFI, one of the faves. Again, this is the group favorite. That is for sure. I'm going to look at some comments before we look at SOFI, and we'll go from there. Let's see. When I was trading options in the past, TD Ameritrade actually scheduled a 101. Yeah, so I believe they still do that for the Thinkorswim platform. I'm not sure there's a time limit on. I should see if they'll still do it for me, because I am by far no expert on this platform. I just know what I need to. Para does not do granted shares Friday. Not today. Today is a pregame because people have been asking for, I guess, live trades, which obviously I cannot do. Let's see. Do you guys miss granted shares? Have I started the wheel yet? No. Oh, you're talking to Parabolic. All right, so let's continue. We got SOFI. Let's see. All right, SOFI is going to be a little different because if you see the puts at the top, I do have the put credit spread, the side piece that I did. That expires today. And I'm not really going to talk about this today, but the moral of the story is they are safe. So if we go back here, first, let's take a look at the As At tab, and we look at SOFI, wherever it is. SOFI is 1% out of the money. I love this spot where it's at. Again, the closer to at the money, keeping it out of the money is fantastic. The roll is going to be great. Oh, man, this is beautiful. It's like trading flat. All right, so it's at 27.70. Okay, let's look at the numbers. My synthetic's at 28. My strike price is at 28 for the covered call. Current price around that too. Oh my goodness, this is going to be bank. So let's make a decision here. Let's go over here and let's look at the call. Here it is, 5 contracts. All right, let's scroll to the right. The extrinsic is at what? Sorry for the scrolling. 0.25. So obviously I want this to go down to about 0.1 or less, right? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the right and I'm going to check out some numbers. I'm going to hit create rolling order because I keep rolling. All right. So if I roll it at 28, that'll pay me about 51 cents. Is that good? Is that good? Again, I'm not going to show you the yields today. I'm just going to show you the comparables to the prior week. Last week, obviously, I got 15 cents per share. Was I happy with that? Yeah, not really. If I get 51 cents per share, yeah, man, that's freaking great. But I have an opportunity now. I could roll it up $1. In fact, I could roll it up 50 cents, but I don't like seeing the 0.5s. I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to look up $1. And in that case, I can collect a 16-cent credit. So one thing that I haven't talked about that I always do consider is that I have a goal. I have a weekly income goal. So between all of these funds and these trades, I need to make that goal. So I may have to come aggressive on one of these if needed. So we'll see. But I like this. So I'm not going to lie. I'm probably, because I've been rolling at 28s every single week. And I'm liking this 51-cent credit. So I'm probably going to roll at the 28 because, yeah, SoFi, sure, it could jump to 30, 29, 31, but it keeps coming back down to 26, 27. So it's in this range. So why not keep it in the range? This is at my synthetic cost basis, and I'm comfortable there. So why the hell not? So that SoFi is looking like a great trade. So I'm looking forward to that. That is for sure. All right. Again, this is my portfolio because it's Thinkorswim, right? It's not just options. It does show you your other holdings. But obviously here I do hold STRC because I hold a lot in cash, and I consider this cash. I know it has a little more risk to it, but I hold some money in STRC and I hold some money in SWVXX. There goes the dog. But I own about $1,000 in SWVXX, and in this one, I think it's 8,000. So can I make this? I don't know. Click here. No. Oh, you have to go to the top column. Maybe it'll show it. Yeah, it's about 8,000 or so in STRC. And again, they pay about 10, 11, 12% distribution annualized, and they stay capital flat. So as long as MSTR strategy as a company can stay with it, as long as Bitcoin can move up or stay flat, I guess we're good. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, and then that's obviously SWVXX. This depends on the interest rate environment. If interest rates stay where they're at, we're going to get about 3.6% essentially. But that's with basically no risk. So instead of keeping it in cash, we keep it in here. And the beauty of keeping it in here is, hold on, I got to get rid of this dog. Give me a second. All right, we're back. Sorry. The dog behaved the whole time to the very end. Hey, we tried. All right, so that's for SWVXX. Oh, I meant to say that this can also be used as collateral. So when you do sell puts, for example, and it requires a collateral from your brokerage, they will let you use SWVXX money after it's held in there for a period of, I believe, 30 days. So that's another reason I'm happy to put my cash in there. And then last but not least, we have this VIX position. Again, this is new. We'll see how it goes. But this is my downside protection, even though it's not really downside protection per se. It's really market fear protection. So if the market is in fear, the VIX will go up. And if the VIX goes up, this will make money. Again, I don't know how that's going to work out. I honestly don't. But it's just something new I tried, and I'm going to see how it goes. In fact, let's pull up the VIX here. See how it's doing. Can you not? Maybe it's pull it up here. I don't know. No, maybe you can't pull it up. All right, it's a special one. Yeah, it's unusual, but whatever. All right, so going back to Thinkorswim. Yeah, that's it. These are my holdings. Obviously, yeah, the account balance is blocked out, but I have to block my account number information. So of course that's going to block out other things, but I have no shame in my balance. It's about 73,000 at the moment. Also, you can see here, this does show the market movement, the pre-market movement. The VIX is actually up 1.5. Open is up 8%. So this, I guess this thing is running. Everyone else is barely moving. ELF is so, blah, that it doesn't even move in the pre-markets because it's ELF. It's ELFing. But so yeah, that's the update. Let me cover some comments, and we'll probably just call it a day because we got to get our asses to work. All right. Let's see. I think I speak for Nikki when I say yes. Okay, they won't. All right, good to know. Thank you for the feedback. All right. Have a great day. I guess we're going to call him MRT. We're going to give him an acronym because it's too much to say or type, my retirement trading. So we're going to call you MERT or MRT if that works. MERT. Okay. That's it, right? All right. I got a lot of trades to do today, obviously. But yeah, we're in the game. We're going to roll. And then obviously once I roll, this income will fill in and it will calculate and we'll see how much we make. Right now I'm at 190 thanks to open, and we'll see how the week goes, right? I don't know, man. We'll see. But again, what is my goal? What is my goal income? Well, that's over here. I need about 765 bucks. That's not a lot of money. So I'm not worried about getting that. That should be very doable. Maybe the synthetic, I'll make a little different green. There you go. Something like that. But all right. Any other questions before we head out of here? Yeah, I don't think there's any other questions. Should I end it with the outro again with the song? Maybe. I'm having fun with it. You guys can I don't know if you guys are having fun with me, but that's the update. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be another RODY update. It's going to be the closeout for the week, the closeout numbers. I'll explain where we stand, how much money I made, what moves we did, and let me know your thoughts on this RODY pregame video. So, all right, that's all we got. I'm going to play the outro, and during that outro music, it's kind of entrance music, but it's kind of outro music too. But I like it better at the end, I think. Let me know your thoughts. But while this music plays, you guys got to think of a keyword, and don't say freedom. You got to come up with a new one. Get a little creative, hopefully. And usually while that plays, I like to play my old YouTube videos just so you guys can see and enjoy. So, yeah, so what I do is I click videos and I click oldest, and then I pull up some fun old videos. I got chalkboard videos, top 10, you know. What we got here? We got Dave Ramsey. Yes, who knows? I even got Biden in here. So here, maybe we'll pull this one up. Let that play. All right. Anyway, let's get some music going.
Ooh. Yeah. Good morning, friends. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Cash flow mindset moving differently. Numbers don't lie, plans stay ready. If you want that life, say freedom with me. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Built, not sold, yeah, intentionally. No hype talk, just clarity. If you want that life, say freedom with me. Mid-40s, married man, house stay loud. Raising Raising up boys, turning boys into men. New puppy running, chaos around. Still clocking in, but he plot in the end. Giants fan scars, yeah, he wear that pain. Smiles through the losses like part of the game. Never throw shots, never talks that mess. Builds people up, less results address. Streams every day, never missing a beat. YouTube live X when the mic get heat. Not selling dreams, just showing the math. Wins and drawdowns, full on his pass. Spreadsheet brain with a streetwise frame. Plays a discipline, never chasing fame. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Cash flow mindset, moving differently. Numbers don't lie, plans stay ready. If you want that life, say freedom with me. Options on screen, risk handle precise. Structures built calm, every move got a price. Cover calls roll, protection in place. Time on his side, patience setting the pace. They say slow down, he say stay exact. Same calm tone when the market snap. Runs through mud just to test that will. Same mindset when the chart goes still. Sings on the post, crowd laugh, he grin. Go dig a hook, but the lesson still win. Movie quotes fly, wrestling frame. Serious work, but he keep it light, man. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Cash flow mindset, moving differently. Numbers don't lie, plans stay ready. If you want that life, say freedom with me. If you want that life, say freedom with me. This was for fun and entertainment purposes. I hope you have fun and were entertained. And if not, I'll do better next time. And if you made it this far, and you want to make sure everybody knows, you got to say the key word. Freedom! Freedom!
All right. Thank you for staying for the song. Keyword. I think Parabolic had one, so we'll go with it. Master Options 2026. I think that's what we're calling her. She's going to be the master of options in 2026. Definitely not me. But anyway, if you made it this far in the video and you would like to prove it to all the suckers out there, including me, including everyone that's here live and everyone watching after, you got to type in the keyword. The keyword today is Master Options 26. 26 is the year that we all take control of our account. It's the year that we learn options, everything that we can about options. And hopefully we can use it to produce income. We can use it to produce growth. We can use it to do whatever the hell we want to do, right? That's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. Anyway, I'm out of here. I got to get my ass to work. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Later.